Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Reroll Ultimate as Italy, the Roman Restoration, and we're still continuing on with our war against the Greeks. It's been quite a long war, actually. We managed to capture this, so what we can do now is we can send in these troops to help in the south, because that's certainly needed. We might leave this infantry around here to kind of defend the border, and probably leave the artillery there as well. It doesn't really have much range to be helping here. But the fight still goes on. We do now have much more artillery within reach, but a lot of infantry around here is just taking a huge beating. Right, we got the 14th group. That seems to be mostly repaired now, so we'll just send it up there again. It's going to take a while before it arrives there. Let's quickly have a look at the number of the troops. That would be 34,000. Still a bit more than I expected. Okay, that's another infantry going away. Okay, another unit destroyed. If we can take out the artillery there, that would make things a lot easier. They are certainly taking a lot of damage. Let's send in the infantry back. Not in a shape of fighting right now. Some of the garrisons are going to die in just a little bit if we just keep on the firing. Did we... No, the transports are coming, it's just they're not very fast. Half-tracks are still there fighting. The enemy has 5 more make that 4 more garrison and 2 artillery there, 2 artillery here. The amount of fire raining on Athens right now is just as I said, that I wouldn't want to live there right now. They're down to 3 garrisons and 1 artillery, which means that we're not taking that much damage anymore, but Gazu's troops still need to retreat, or some of them. Oh, they have surrendered. Well, we'll take them as our own, and I do think I did switch the rule setting at some point so that when you destroy an enemy, you don't actually take all their troops. Right, time to send up, well, most of the navy that we have for repairs. Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh, right, yeah, we got the submarines over here and some capital ships. We may need to repair them. Now we got the planes here. We're gonna send them back north, actually. Oh, right, we should be producing troops here. I think we're just gonna go with the... Let's see, Special Forces would take 46 days, La Marina takes 27, Engineers take 54, which just takes 9 days. Actually, we're gonna need more half-tracks, so we're gonna build one of those at least. To replace some of the losses for Gazu, and actually we're going to do 3 more for Gazu, because he's down to 4. And I think with 7 he can do a fair bit. We take the Marines, we're going to repair them. Hold on, that was a bit off on the map. Oh, I clicked a bit off. But let's start preparing for the war against Yugoslavia. That's also going to be a bit of a harder war than what we've had before. Well, another 7 infantry, I think. We're getting the artillery over there. We're gonna get probably even more artillery, quite frankly, but first let's get more half-track infantry. And I think... Okay, we've got quite a few interceptors and such, but we're gonna build more interceptors, because those are basically what we need a lot, I think. We didn't really utilize our air force all that much in that war, but we can now probably go to at least very fast. We've got the transport still here and not doing anything. We'll set up into... We're gonna need to have a bit of a navy around here to stop any enemies trying to escape. We've got a lot of units here, so Gazoo is down to 4 units, Athean is down to 6. Battle Group 12 is down to 6. So yeah, there were quite a bit of losses. But we did win in the end. There's a lot of ships there that have been repaired. We can move in Spike up north again. And then move in the 5th battle group. Over there, and I do believe we got some troops here that will ferry over to Albania. But fighting Yugoslavia, we're going to have to fight both north and south at the same time. But a bit like we did a two-front war here once we divided the enemy forces. But what we're going to have to do is basically, from south, we're going to try to speed up all the way to Belgrade. And at the same time, in the north, we're just going to try to push them, keep a pressure in there so that they can't use all their troops in the south. But it's going to be forest and all that, so it's not going to be easy to go through that. It's going to be quite a slugfest. On the other hand, in the south, well, there's also a little bit of forest, but there's a fairly decent road going all the way there. I mean, there is going to be land production. Let's actually have a look. So they'll have 2 land production and 1, I think, naval. What's that? Air. That's air. Okay, so they got 1 air production, so they will have that. And since we got... First of all, let's make sure that we will repair everything in... over here. It's going to be rather costly, I know that much, but... And we won't have the industrial goods to do it. Battle Group 7, we can actually move back up again. Move them over there. Basically, if we could get a decent spearhead going all the way to get the land production, then have some infantry and artillery clear out the surrounding areas. Maybe cut over here to guard that barracks and that barracks. And then clear out this pocket here. And then, I mean, taking Belgrade is actually going to be easier from south and north. In the El Salvador game that I did, I think about a year, maybe 2 ago. A year ago. Roughly, so that there we did or took out Yugoslavia from the north, and that was quite painful. A lot of rivers to get to Belgrade. Facility construction interrupted, fair enough. Focus nation. Oh, okay. That's just, you can look various things in, for example, the Atlas. Let's actually explore that a little bit. So, well, I don't think our domestic approval rating is very high. Treasury is going to be rather low for us. GDP, we are not very high, I don't think. No, we're pretty low, actually. Now, population, let's quickly check that. I mean, we could see that elsewhere as well, but 51 million. It's not too bad. We'll still have plenty of places to conquer. Let's have a look at the military casualties. We've had 54,000 men in total. China has had 300,000 and Japan 115. But if we have a look at the debt regions, the Greeks had over 100,000, Ethiopia had 15,000, Albania had 10,000. So yeah, it's not too bad actually. Total army staff, we got less than 400,000 actually. And hold on, there's the domestic. Is there a figure for the unemployment? I don't think there is. No, not by the looks of it. Oh well. Still got some interruptions in the facility construction. We've got the Marines, they've now back in full strength, well, kind of full strength. We'll send in the extra Marine over there as well, so we'll assign it there. And one of the supply trucks needs to join that one. Another one we need to send up for Jody over there. Although we were going to replace the artillery actually that we had there. Got another group of infantry here, we're going to make that into a group and send it down there probably. Right, so we got this group. Send them to Venice. Got more infantry coming up there. Ooh, we are a bit low on cash. Unit initiative by branch. Some that we can do. I mean, it's basically what it means is the initiative, how much the troops will do stuff on their own. The artillery on the mountains there. Oh, and we are producing the half-tracks there. Mexico increases tariffs on the United States. Oh wow. That's a bold move. Right, we've got a little bit extra troops there. We've got these infantries here. I believe one needs to go there. And we'll have a little bit extra as a reserve. Right, so we'll select all. Remove and apply. That way it doesn't actually create a new one. Oh, they're moving in some troops around here. How much do they have in terms of military anyway? 123,000, so it's going to be quite a big battle. We'll select Kazu's troops and gather them up over there. They got a tank over there, but that's not very good tank design, I don't think. Now then, I think we probably have pretty decent war justification against Yugoslavia already. 66%. It's not too bad. What about Egypt? Still 23%. Okay, so not that great. I think we may need to raise up some taxes. Maybe the high income tax a little bit. Because we are trading a lot right now. And constructing a lot. Trying to repair stuff up here. Demand of daily industrial goods would be 16,000. Not delivering quite that much. And these are part of 18's group. We'll send 18 over there, and we do have another infantry that we can assign it there. We'll spike around here. I mean, basically, we're not going to be declaring the war on Yugoslavia anytime soon, I don't think, because we're not ready for another war yet. Basically, we need to fix the economy in Greece, and then we might be onto something. Oh, the group number 9 is... oh my. Down quite a bit. Did we start producing troops over here? No, well, we'll do another... hold on, I'll look into that just a little bit. I just want to make sure that we get the infantry that we require. With the fall of Austrian government, German troops have today entered Austria with no resistance, effectively annexing Austria into the right. Hitler himself crossed the border this afternoon at Braunau, his birthplace. Yeah, I will support that. So we are now neighboring our buddies in Germany. And they certainly like us. Domestic prices too high for petroleum, well, that's too bad. Oh, China and Menjiang. Hitler promotes himself. Supreme Commander of German Armed Forces. Okay then. You do you. Lost treasury. Okay, when you are in the 1 billion plus range, consider spending on building research facility. Oh, we don't have that kind of money right now. Then it's just telling about the different complexes and economy, material demands and such. Right, we're actually going to lower the buy of the industrial goods now. We'll just use the domestic production. That will save us a lot of cash. Of course, it will mean that repairs will take a bit longer. Oh, one of our colonies is just gifting us money. How much is the domestic price for? Okay, 124%. That's it is a fair bit. We're selling a lot of power, and well, that's okay. Some consumer goods, and actually not any military goods right now. We did have a decent stock of it though, so that's good. Okay, we got money up to 42 million again. That's good. Now, I believe we got plenty of ships here that we can start sending up near the coast of Yugoslavia. And the infantry around here has been completed. Oh no. Oh no. War has been declared against us by France. Okay. So war declared, we are of course going to condemn that. Right. We don't have much troops on the border here. We can, luckily, move some of the troops in there. I'm just gonna make that into a group. Now we know that they got some ships around here. Let's first of all actually, if I remember correctly, I'm just gonna deploy all to get our ships back in order. I mean, it's gonna take a while before they are in a fighting shape, but things get on a bit sooner than expected. Oh right, and because the Greeks actually had a research facility, we now have 4. Can we research anything useful? We could get some anti-tank guns. Perhaps it would be useful. And better infantry. I mean, the motorized engineer might be slightly better. Mounted infantry paratroopers. Oh. Kind of mechanized infantry. Which we should be able to research as well at some point, but I don't know if we need to right now. Frankly, I think... Okay, so we are having a decent stock of military goods, I think. Right, what we're going to do is, with the Air Force, okay, we're going to deploy that. Not necessarily all those. What about... Sure, we're going to deploy that. Yeah, we got the patrol planes there. Okay, so it's sometimes it shows the promises stuff only. we're gonna have to use a lot of our air force here. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna let the AI take control over the air force. I'm gonna let them take full control. We're gonna let the Navy take actually a full control as well. We're gonna focus on the air or land forces. Then around here, do we have any? We do have a little bit of troops here, so we're gonna deploy all there. What about here? We got quite a bit of troops, so we're gonna just deploy all of those. Now, hopefully Germany will help us, but I'm not entirely sure that that will happen. We've got some engineers and motorized engineers over there. Deploy the troops over there. Wait, do we actually? There's no. No, so that is actually not a place where we can deploy troops. This, on the other hand, is. We've got a group here. We're just gonna make them into a battle group. Start sending that up north. Let me make sure that. Oh, we're not actually producing in most places. First of all, I think I'm gonna switch the defense productions also build on air and navy. And go with quality in the planes and balance with the navy. Because it's quite likely that United Kingdom will also declare war on us. So we've got the auto builds there. Land auto build. We're just gonna make sure that we are. We've got quite a few half tracks still pending. Just gonna make them repeating stuff, I think. So what I'm gonna do here is maybe more La Marinas. Make that continuous. Then over here, we're going to make them build artillery, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually make unit production is continuous. And then we're going to put in the 5 artillery, and we're going to put the 2 supply trucks there, so they're going to be doing full troops on a repeat, I hope. Then over here, I think. Okay, so this is already producing half tracks. Just gonna turn one of those continuous. Then over here, we don't produce anything yet. Don't really have good recon troops, so just gonna build regular infantry over there. And in Albania, probably gonna do the same. And over here in Athens, we're going to produce more La Marina. Well, there we go. We got production going at least. And then we're going to slow down back to normal. There we go. Well, that's that patrol boat gone. Just going to send the tanks and the better artillery at least in Milan. War declared. French Somaliland has declared war on Italian East Africa. Italian Libya has declared war on French Tunisia. Italian Libya has declared war on French Algeria. And sure, we'll declare war on those. I mean, technically we are already at war with them. If we can take out that one, It's gonna guarantee our backs a little bit. Actually, do we still have... We do have a little bit reserve units. Not reserve infantry though. But we can send in some tanks or something like that to Libya. It's not necessarily the best idea, but don't really have that many options. So a couple tanks. I don't know, maybe 5 tanks. We can probably sell them some of the engineers. Maybe even 1 special forces. That might be a bit overkill. And then some of the lousy artillery that we have. Kind of give them a bit of an army to work with. And we require nothing out of that. They should accept the deal, but we are actually out of time. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.